A regular viewer to this YouTube channel and also a subscriber to the on-demand channel has sent me an email verifying what I've been suspecting has been happening for years. I would call it psychic interference with my audience. It feels like dark forces F with my audience at times to send people away. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and go right to the email. I'm going to start with email 1. These past few days, the vibes on your channel and videos have been bad. Not from you, but from something dark trying to demonize you. Average person might think from you and get spooked. You are definitely saying what needs to be said. You should explain to your audience what's going on. Tell them to ignore any bad vibes they get. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. So it sounds like they may have missed the video where I was actually just recently discussing it. So this is like synchronicity. And I replied. And then the follow-up message says, yeah, it's pretty messed up. Even just looking at a thumbnail can be disorienting. It seems that you've gotten on so pissed to a point they're going to try to psychic attack your audience away. Let's choose to look at this in a positive way. People may be skeptical about psychic attack and things of that nature. But when they experience it or have someone tell them about it, it's going to get curious. It's going to get them curious and hopefully lead to research and digging deeper. It's good that AdSense is coming up. Hope it all works out. Maybe you can try to talk more about health and other stuff. But in my opinion, most of your focus should be on the topics that keep coming to your mind. Thank you. And thank you for your support. One of the 24 subscribers at outsidethebox.vhx.tv. We haven't seen any growth. One of the things I'm going to be talking about on the on-demand channel is issues like this. I'm still going to discuss things, but certain things, certain videos are going to be weekly, exclusively. So I'm going to be recording something new tomorrow, where I'm going to be talking about this in greater detail, but I'm just going to hit a few basic things and then conclude this video. It's going to be short and sweet. To the person that sent this, I've been dealing with this since day one. The very thing that you described, the idea of my audience being psychically attacked, that felt like something that was happening early on in YouTube, but at times I felt often psychically attacked by the audience of Portland. Collective thought forms, you're not worthy, we don't trust you, we suspect you. And I always wondered why they were so suspicious that I was working with the enemy. Is it a racial thing? Is it my soul? I've always been looking for the answers. Why are there some people that seem to be automatically programmed to distrust me and put their focus on me instead of other things? To the person and others that are noticing this, there are periods in which it's really intense. I think this is also, it's something that my family reported, my mother, and they don't watch my YouTube channel, but there are many people that have reported interference with regards to my channel and with regards to even knowing me over Facebook. There have been simulated dreams where I've been in people's dreams, but I'm not astral traveling actually into their dreams. It seems that there's some other simulations that have been going on for years. So women can be easily and have been easily pushed away. And years ago, type in, I mean, it's probably still on YouTube. Many women have been psychically attacked that have been close to me or have tried to get close to me. And I noticed this quite a bit early on. The agenda to isolate me from actual compassion. I actually warned a few people about excessive commenting on YouTube, and some people don't know what it's like. Some people are actually new to my channel. I think there's a reason, other than people just feeling offended or my assumption that I've offended everyone, but there's another reason why some people don't come back to the channel. And it's not necessarily something personal. Sometimes people do report really bad energy as soon as they go onto the YouTube. The thing is, the YouTube isn't something that I can't control that, nor the Facebook. It's really open to sabotage. So when I talk about new platforms and on demand, and that's why I'm kind of honored this is coming from someone from actually a subscriber to outsidethebox.vhx.tv. That's one of the reasons why I created that, for people that did want to support to my work but don't want to watch on YouTube. But it's also expensive to pay for the server space. But maybe there's other means and ways of avoiding this. But really, just going beyond YouTube, I don't think necessarily ends it. We deal with a lot of this interference energy on social media. I felt it intuitively. And to talk about this on my channel, the idea of sensing interference energy, the idea of sensing that the person that I'm talking to is being attacked for talking to me. People that maybe, and even females, people that I've wanted friendships with, to see people like forget certain things. In other cases, I want to be able to trust people and travel and meet people and have guests. And I've seen some scary things in the last calendar year. And I've described some of those things in recent podcasts with regards to personality changes with people at one point I trusted and thought could have been maybe a future friend. And those things are really, really difficult to see. And I don't really want to give that a whole lot of energy in this video. I'm going to be producing a video tomorrow for the on-demand channel where I'm going to be expanding my thoughts on this. But I do agree that the audience needs to be warned, and I don't care if they find it humorous. What comes down to the fact is if the people actually hang around for more than a few months. And the thing is this whole thing seems to be on its way out. But before it's on its way out, I'm going to use it to the best of my ability. So I also think that, like I said, there's certain articles and blogs regarding waking up that I think are worth sharing on this YouTube channel. I'm curtailing the amount of news that I am reading. I am not going to certain websites at all. I am not watching certain YouTubers at all. I'm actually stepping back from a lot of that, and I'm trying to listen to some lighthearted stuff. I'm always spending time outside, but I'm definitely not reading article after article after article. I'm not really spending a whole lot of time on the other websites. My focus lately, especially the last day or couple of days, has been on YouTube. So again, another comment. I really do believe that there is an increase in this type of psychic attack during solar flares, but something seems to be magnified with the total solar eclipse. I'm not sure how, but I know that I was dealing with some really weird energy in August of 1999 when I was going through those challenging years of my life. It's interesting to see that energy come up again. How many years later? What is it, 2017? Like I felt it in my heart. I even shared some tears on this YouTube channel. And some people thought that was something to be embarrassed by. But in a world where there's a lot of people out there that are acting like they have no feelings for others, I don't see how there is something wrong for having feelings either with regards to my childhood or having feelings for those that are being removed off the planet. I'm not embarrassed to cry also for those that are being removed violently off the planet, the genocide that is taking place, and also the future of America. I'm not ashamed of feelings and emotion for what's going on. So sometimes I feel like that's what's under attack. And I've really gone through a lot, it seems, in the last few days and the last few weeks. And some of you know about the things. I talked to you about working for 25 hours at a food cart here in town. And instead of making $200, I made nothing because the car stopped working and I was driving it to get food back and forth. Like the worst kind of bad luck was that spiritual parasite sabotage or just really bad luck of all the times for the transmission to stop working. I just consider the whole thing to be strange. So I have gotten some of your emails regarding prayer. I think we need to hold up the prayer frequency. I think that those of you that are on the higher frequency end, you should send me links, not videos, but blogs, topicals. It's good to constantly be given positive ideas from others because I'm definitely trying to pull back from a lot of this negativity. And I've been honest with the audience at times, the people that are hateful are way louder than those of you that say you're supportive. It also is clear why those that say they're supportive, uh, some people feel comfortable not in the comment section. And I want you to know where that's coming from. That must be the psychic attack energy. And so this seems to be real, what this audience member is saying, what others are reporting. And it's not just limited perhaps to my channel. Perhaps there are other perspectives for other channels. And I gave the perspective that listening to certain channels or, say, the biggest guy in the alternative media can lead to a full-on possession of those audience members because that person who I've exposed is a conduit for evil. But I've also learned if two or more gather, right, to speak ill of another, one can easily backstab that person. And I've seen this recently in my own life, which I discussed. Okay, so it's very important that we speak positively and that our gathering point, our community, what connects us isn't who we hate. I want to connect with other humans over the things that we love. I want to start hearing more from the conscious audience members with regards to what you really think. And I think this is a big time of transition for this channel, the content. There was someone that complimented a video of mine 4 years ago discussing relationships between men and women, and that's gotten the ire of many. And he said there's a lot of issues that I cover that Sandman does not. I really appreciate that. What I told him, and maybe he'll reply, let me know what were the main things that you really appreciate about my work or about this video. Because I said, hey, that video was made 3 years ago. Here I am in 2017. It's definitely time to give some additional thoughts on relationships and things of that nature. But with regards to the Archons, the group that I'm not afraid to name, I do think it's important to keep moving forward and bringing whatever positive energy I can into the mix. So with that, we'll see you in the next video. I'm Alex Hansery signing off. Keep the faith, folks. Deep breathe. Also, one last point. One potential way to avoid, and it's just a potential suggestion that you might want to try, is downloading videos that you really, really like and not watching the live stream. I think that during live chats, live streams, a lot of energy comes through. And I believe that I have some audience members that really like my channel to a certain degree, and they really, really don't like the idea of us not being alone in the universe. And I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry that I can't be like others that keep that stuff off the channel. But once you get to a certain point in talking about it, it makes no sense to pretend you're like a regular channel or a regular person. Once like you're rejected for work because maybe they looked at my channel, oh, aliens, archons, this guy's mentally ill. I saw one guy in the local community here, because I told you I chose to stay out of the Facebook groups, and he's ranting how he hates anyone that dabbles in any theories about life beyond humanity, and he's an off-gridder. And so there's a lot of off-gridders. They're like just like system people that are just all about their own. So it's like I'm actually meant to be here to talk about these things, right? To survive the isolation and come out the other side. I'm focusing on what I want to manifest, and I'm going to keep going forward with this videos full time. And I'm putting my faith and my life in the Creator. And I've asked the Creator publicly, and I'm not afraid to do so. I'm not afraid to pray publicly. I'm not afraid to ask for your prayers and let you know what's up with all this. But I want good people in my life in the next couple of years. I want travel. I want to see adventure. I want to see maybe even the beach, but maybe even just beautiful places within the state of Colorado. But maybe, right, the West Coast again. Not succumbing to fear of war, but traveling again. Wonderful experiences, making documentaries with people, healing. And I think this is a time for healing. So maybe there's a reason why they try to psychically attack us. Maybe there's a reason why they try to push you away from the channel. But yeah, you can save these videos and listen to them without it being live, right? So, and also,